Hello everyone, today I'm gonna demonstrate GUI Chat application using Python, and this is IT Workshop 3 assignment number 1. So let's hop into it. Now in this demonstration I'm gonna show you the important necessary libraries and modules that I have imported and functions that I've created for server.py and functions for client.py that which will interact with each other. Now, in imported library section, I have imported TK interlibrary, which is responsible for GUI section of this application, and the socket library, which is also responsible for network connection section of this project, and the thread module, which will which will record the which will receive messages in a thread. So in server.py I have used and I have created functions like send function, receive function, and update function, which will which will send message, receive message, and update message in chat box uh, respectively. And the last one is GUI, which is responsible for the graphical user interface of this application. And in client.py library, in client.py file, I have also created the same functions with the other name, with the other variable name, and the functions are send, receive, update, and GUI. uh, let's move on to PyCharm IDE software. And uh, I have already opened server.py, client.py. So first I want to explain the codes in both the files, and then I will show you the output. So this section is about importing libraries and modules, and this section is about defining a function called initialize server, which will initialize server using socket libraries and with the host name localhost and with the port 8080, which will bind host and port, and which will accept only one client in s.listen. So now in the other section of this file, I have created a function called send def send, which will take message as an argument in message variable, and which will automatically send this message to the client side of this application and update this chat with the message app. And this 0 here is used to represent that we are the sender, and 1 is we are the receiver. So now in this other section of this file, I have created a code. I have created the function called receive, which will run infinitely in this while one position. In this while one section, in after this while one, so after try level, I have created a variable called data, which will receive from connection, which is encoded in 1024 bytes in ASCII. ASCII क्या है? क्या है? हम्म, हम्म. I have created another section called receive, which is responsible for the receiving messages, and in this section a variable named data, which is CONN.receive, which will receive 1024 bytes of ASCII standard value, and if the message is empty, we will update this. Sorry, if the message is not empty, we will update this message in the chat box. And now this in this another section, I have also included a function called press, which will on pressing enter, which will automatically send the message. So now on the other section, the update chat function, which will automatically update the current message thread. And And now this is GUI section, which is responsible for the looks of this application. So I have used global chat log and global text box, which is interacting with client.py, server.py, and also receiving send functions. So now I have created GUI object of tk. I have created GUI variable from tk function and set the title of this window as server chat with the geometry 380 cross 430 and a chat log with white color background and background color black. So now I have also created a button uh, with the text send, and this is for the placement of this is for the placement of above component of this above components of this application. So now this is the main functions. When we run this file, uh, the compiler will start compiling from this section, which will automatically initialize the server with the CONN variable, and which will automatically call GUI functions. Now there is a around 90% similarity between server.py and client.py, uh, because the GUI I have used same GUI. I have used same events, like by pressing enter, the message is automatically sent, and the def receive function with a little bit of change, the changes this variable CONN connection variable. So this is client client.py file. All importing libraries are there: initializing client, update chat messages on client side, send messages on client side, receiving on client side, and the press event on client side, and the same GUI for the client. Now let's hop into the demonstration side of this assignment. So I'm going to run server.py and I'm going to run client.py. So this is client.py window, this is client.py window, and this is server.py window. So if I write hi, this is server, and you can see that in by the server message is automatically updated in client's window. And if I write hi, this is client, in client window the chat box is automatically updated in server side. So that's it for this video.